Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
This is
Hey,
Cleve.
everybody. I'm Michael,
This is Stephanie.
and welcome back to another
Supreme.
quarantine edition.
Yeah. We are doing staying safe.
Washing the hands.
Mainly because the strip club's closed.
Man. But they do have Boober.
I saw something.
What's
maybe
Boober?
it's not that's the one you sent me. Washington, they have a drive-through stripper thing. Basically, you pull up, they give you a squirt gun full of water.
That, how much?
I think it was like $20-$30.
Sold. I'm not doing.
So
I gotta.
you know,
So they get to stay in their shirts. You just have to squirt them. I mean, you just get
a little.
no, like he was
$1
getting it when he was shooting.
Yeah.
It. Yeah, the video was like it was like almost having a hose.
That's
Weird, but you know.
and Boober, Stephanie. I think you can come up with what Boober is. There we go.
strippers come to you.
Mm-hmm. And
But
the,
that's how things have been happening for a while.
no, they're
there's
Come on,
They're just-
Steph.
they're just delivering the food skimpy.
Also, don't shame sex workers. Let them do what they want to
I
do.
want my kid being the sex worker. Whoop. This meeting has been upgraded by the host and now includes
Includes
unlimited credits.
unlimited.
Didn't know there was a limit. Funny part to that, I don't know why it says I upgraded it.
Today, guys, I had you each watch a movie suggested to us by one of our Patreon.
That's my
Thanks. I don't know if he wants me to say his name.
That's
So,
when you say,
thanks, bro.
"What is that sound? Who's going over my head now? Is one of you guys got an airplane? I can't do this, guys.
I can't hear the airplane now.
At night. Okay, that's just me. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
How's quarantine with kids?
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah. Anyway, movie.
Yeah, movie. That you can describe it in 3 words. Go.
Well, I can't say one of them, so I'll just do the letters.
No, Stephanie, you can have it.
What the fuck? That's how I describe that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for both of you called Romper Stomper.
Let me see.
No.
There's a lot of times I've seen a movie and
Also Cronin, if that helps. Second question then. Both of you most likely have seen American History X.
Yeah.
I had less of an American History X feel about it and more of a Romper Stomper feel for it. Ah, there's that bad boy.
Never seen that.
That is who that was,
Yeah.
right? Russell Crowe?
yeah, it was Russell Crowe. But on the list, he was like 6.
Very much like a white supremacy. They mainly hated Asian people, and someone had suggested it to me something.
Came out in 1992.
Yeah, it was rough. There was a lot of things that I was not okay with and didn't know how to feel about. But that was the vibe I got the entire time watching that movie. Was more of that type of movie. It was supposed to be more of a scary movie, but there was a lot of white power going on.
It was more than I expected it to be, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was. Yeah, I know you said you don't really like gory movies. I had forgotten about that, but there were gore moments, but almost didn't feel unnecessary to me. If that makes sense.
It was like
Yeah.
a weird, like, bad gore moment, though. Like
That's
not
the
a part.
moment that sticks
That's
with
the
me.
one. That's the.
Or the dog chewing at the
or the
mic
dog.
a couple times.
Yeah.
But you know what? Wasn't the stomach was like a zoom in of the stomach,
and
and then like
it was the weirdest thing about it too. It was not even anything. It was just like, oh, look what I could do.
I mean, like as if a kid had it. Let me tell you that.
I just
like,
assumed at that point that she was like a part of it. I was like, oh, she's one of them.
right.
Like he might take you out by just going ahead and cutting your stomach up.
I mean, and you know what? So okay, so how did you feel? I can't remember any of their names. I'll pull it up.
The ones that lived,
I can't remember.
I hated for living.
Okay,
That died almost immediately. I needed
Like-
that girl to live.
I wanted the guy who was like, "I'm not gonna sit here and just die here. I'm live."
Yeah.
and he did not.
There were a couple people that I was like, oh, this is gonna work out, and I kind of wanted Cousin Dan to make it out. The guy that came in the end with the other skinhead was like, "What happened?" And they're like, "Well, your friend killed her." And then all of a sudden he's like, "Moment," because like obviously I would look at him and be like, "No, I'm not gonna leave if I was sent in there to murder people."
Right. Stewart was a good dislikable character because he wasn't overly dislikable. However, I never needed to hear Sir Patrick Stewart say the end.
Like that sneaky old man racist.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't expect him to say it, and he's all super calm.
Yeah, it was smooth. It left him almost too smooth, in my opinion. Can we do a whole episode when people have said the N-word?
There's a lot. How do you feel about Leonardo DiCaprio and Django?
And he said it, and he kind of like, okay, and then moved on to the scene. I don't know if you remember that at all. It was a good movie. But he was like, you. He gave a real, and then he just moved on. So
it was the character died instantly.
You know who else? The other gory part that I was thinking about, the number 2. Let's think of. It was kind of shadowed, and it didn't stay on long. It just kind of like panned past him. But the shotgun,
weird noises.
Yeah,
or Cousin Dan,
where it just went.
Oh yeah.
That specific scene also brings up a point that I was going to talk about. It's weird. There was like this weird cliffhanger, like golden briefcase situation here, where he was like, "Well, I know something that they don't remember." And then outside, Patrick Stewart's like, "What are we forgetting?" And he looks at the bow, and then goes and shoots him. But we never know what exactly it was that was somehow going to get them out.
Maybe, and we will never know.
Never. I don't.
Well, they walked in on
anything.
the dead girl.
Right, no, but remember there was the leave cowcatcher. They're like, you guys need to get out. And I guess it was like you guys are white supremacists and we're white supremacists.
Look out for their own.
What?
Maybe they were in on it.
That's like a kind of the feel it had. But at the end, like I don't remember the guy's name, the guy that she ends up letting go, or he lets go. He was like, him and Patrick Stewart were talking, I need to find us a new house band. And he goes, do you think Cowcatcher will talk? He goes, it doesn't matter. So, yeah. But then in the end, Patrick Stewart's like, we're going to murder them.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what you do in this situation. You get your anybody who's not in this Red Lace group or Patrick Stewart, you murder.
I know for goddamn sure if I see anybody in Red Laces, I don't trust them anymore.
From now on, I'm immediately going to go.
Right. Like I've never heard
someone
that. Out there. Do you know?
I don't.
Are there people wearing red laces, and they're just like murder people?
Laces. It says Red Laces Green Room. Let's see. Races get in the head. A website I never thought I'd be on.
Oh God! I believe they're going to track you. Get off. You're gonna get a white sheet sent to your house.
Did you like the whole thing about the one band that you would pick and enjoy that at all?
It was okay until I did get to hear his. That was stupid. She's like, tell someone who fucking cares. This is why you can't get me drunk.
You're causing.
I'm not even drunk. I'm just home and comfortable right now.
You're causing more work for yourself.
Yeah, I'll probably.
Are you gonna leave in the whole conversation about taking it out and leaving it in?
Is that a gang sign?
Like whatever. It's crazy. It's quarantine. That's how babies happen.
I thought it was an okay ending. It's kind of like it was almost like a joke at the end.
I liked the way it ended. I enjoyed the crime scene, and she's like, "Nah, we're gonna kill everybody now."
Yeah, we're gonna do this. I like that Patrick Stewart almost got it down. He was like,
I really expected that dog that was coming back. I expected the guy to like say the command word and kept just reiterating it. And I imagined that dog was finally going to come up and he was going to say it with his last dying.
Here's the thing.
I would have enjoyed that.
Here's the thing about dogs. Men took out saber-toothed tigers. I feel like you should be able to take out a dog. I mean, I get,
don't know, man.
But like in the eyes, or like a punch in the throat, or a thumb up the butt.
Technically, we could take down a shark too, but panic gets in and it just shit starts going down.
I get it. I just always like it's just me and this dog, and this dog's trying to kill me. That I'll win. I like to think I'll win.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Here's the thing, though. Die. It just kept
She
coming
kind
out
of
like a
missed.
fucking
Oh,
Terminator.
remember? It
Oh,
like
God,
hit him in
I
the
can't
back
do it.
end.
It's because I have the headset on and I feel like I'm playing at a stop.
Also, the guy that was like the MMA fighter that broke the arm, who I really was rooting for,
Yeah.
he just climbed out of a door, and they're like, "Gotcha," and they killed him.
Right.
Savage scene when the guy has the gun and the girl's like, they're gonna try to kill us, and so he tries to bring the gun back in and they just start whacking at it with a machete.
I felt so
yeah.
bad for him, and I'm like, "You're never gonna play that instrument again."
Oh.
Yep.
Not that that's your biggest concern right now.
Won't play his instrument anymore.
Your kind of livelihood is dead.
You guys were thinking
I just connected with the characters. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, you can't play your instrument anymore.
or at no point in time do we trust any of them. I don't get that whole they're like, well, if we give them the gun, things are gonna go down.
To me, it was interesting because I thought they're going to do anything they want to with you, whether they have the gun. They didn't know that they didn't want to kill them there necessarily because of, sneaky Nazi stuff.
For part of the whole movie, because I agree, I don't think it was terrible. But my favorite part about the whole movie was the girl when they were after the whole paintball speech, and they were like just being weird.
Mm-hmm.
They were not like trying to hit the guy with the machete he has.
I think it's the same thing with the dog. The adrenaline, you're just all the people in the band, maybe except the girl. He was probably the least aggressive one. But when he shaved his head, that was a great scene. The whole end fight with the guy, with the most unscary of all the men. It was like the backup guy, like the C team guy that they said. But I thought her coming up from the couch and dangling the guy so that he would shoot one of his bullets, and
I thought when they started doing that, I was like, man, they should have listened to that paintball story earlier in the movie.
Right. Or anything was because they went down.
Right. Let's split up. It's never a good idea. Right.
What you learn from all this is that
it's dead to me.
It should.
You were in a room full of Nazis. You sung a song about hating Nazis by yourself to get a phone you forgot. Just don't go back. Just leave.
I really did enjoy the amount of Paul Skinhead show. I'm going to sing a song called F Nazis.
The amount of balance of this to know that you're going to perform in a Nazi place and go.
Well, because he kind of said he was like, a rougher crowd. He's like, he's like, most punk rock shows have a couple skinheads here and there, and growing out wrong. Like every single show I ever went to, there was some piece of shit there that very obviously was into that ideal. I guess at that point, if you're used to playing to a demographic that listens to that type of music, and sometimes they get spattered
the whole
in there,
bar and the owner.
That's true.
Who has a secret SWAT team.
They already done messed up.
But he was able to call them with very little effort.
That is true.
Okay, so what's your favorite movie ever? Anybody?
Best movie in the world? I don't know. Favorite movie of all time?
I don't know. That's hard.
Endgame? Can we say Endgame is probably one of the best?
Oh man, I like cats though.
Where's the thing to close?
Let's kick her out.
Okay.
No, I mean, I actually don't think it was a terrible movie. I told you, like I said, I'm not a big fan of gore, so I think there were a couple moments. So you're right, I don't put it on the level of like Saw. I think of it more as like, I don't know.
I know. You know what? Is this a gory movie? I don't think I would necessarily think to say yes over no.
Right.
Right. But I wouldn't say not completely.
Like gore with purpose, excluding the stomach.
I mean,
that's the only one I can't justify.
There was a visceral sinking feeling in my gut almost the entire time watching it. And I think it's just because it's like these people are not enjoyable in that aspect, but the actual movie and the concept was not bad. It was good.
I thought what I enjoyed about it was going to go for them.
Yeah.
And that thrill of it was good. I assumed nobody was going to be smoking a cigarette on their graves, walking to his van.
Yeah, no, agreed. I didn't expect anyone to get out of it. In fact, after the dog to attack them, or B, I expected the Patrick Stewart. Here's what I expected to happen was because then when he started walking towards, it's weird because he got shot and then he was like, I have to make it to this house. Like that was for whatever reason, as far as like his, and that's why I thought it was going to go was he's turning around and he's going to shoot one of them. Cops would show up and it would be like, oh, well, this guy was just defending him. It would end up being that.
I thought the ending was going to be, and you reminded me again with the dog. I thought them two after the whole thing went down. You would see them two driving, maybe the car in the back or in between them, and then that's still the same line at the end. Oh, I figured out what my band is. Tell somebody who gives a shit, or it just like sadly laid on its owner.
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's. So
then you felt it's not the dog that's doing that. They were just trying that way.
Could say that about people, man.
I think there's something in people that have that much hatred.
Fair.
Like it's a.
I just.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry.
The only scene that I didn't like is when they went out there when they had the dog attack them. Like realistic, like I felt like it should have been more aggressive and maybe a little more gory, which I don't like gore, but it wasn't as like aggressive or quick. It was kind of slow.
The like jello movement sound.
And then when the dog was attacking her foot, that whole scene took way too long. I was like,
thank God the guy with the one arm is like, oh look, play the sound and dog away like that.
Slow scene for something that's supposed to be so aggressive.
So fast paced, yeah. And the weird love story involved.
No.
Well, they tried to add a lot of story in each time, and then with no information that we needed for that story to work.
I guess it flushed out why the girl got murdered, but I didn't care.
At one point, the guy's like, "No," and he's like, "That's right, because they were earning their stripes before you were here." And then, said, "This is from."
Well, okay, so I assume, and this is just the assumptions from watching it, that it was like, this was the bat that they used in a crime. Mm-hmm. The guy and the girl were going to run away together and turn at them because they knew that if they ran, that they would chase them down or whatever have you.
Weirdly.
But they didn't. I guess it didn't spell it out, which would be not nice. I don't need things to spell it out for me, but
no, you're not wrong. Like that was the implication picked up on this. She was not going to run away with him. I'm pretty sure she was going to run away with the girl. If you looked at the picture of him and the two girls, and she said, "Do you really want me to tell you in front of everybody?" She wasn't going to leave with you.
Yeah.
It didn't spell that out for me either.
But I'm pretty positive that that's where that was going. That she was actually leaving with the other girl.
Might have left with the guy and let him take the whole crime syndicate down, and then go with the girl. Poor her. Remember when she was laying on the ground? And they were like, maybe she's not dead. And he
the knife that was in her hand and
dragged her. He's like, yeah, no, she's good. She's good.
No, like, but she's got no blood.
There's no blood. Like, corking wine, yeah. No, it's
that was. I don't know if you'd call that gory. Okay, so what's considered blood and guts?
I was going to say it's not necessarily blood. No, I understand. It's
like a close up on her eye, and there have been like a bunch of like guts and spewing at a camera, I guess.
It's much like Saw. Saw would be what I would consider like Hostel, Saw, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Google says blood that has been shed. So I guess.
Yeah, I think gore has been a whole new level of gore now.
Well, in Hostel, I saw somebody cut the back of some girl's ankle.
Oh, I hate that so much.
Yeah, live with that.
I don't usually watch those. I don't know. Like I've watched them before, but I just don't get enjoyment out of them. I would place this high on my like scary movie films. Did you ever watch Trick or Treat? I put it somewhere up there.
I did not watch Trick or Treat, but you know what's funny? I told the guy, I was like, if it's a scary movie, don't even bring it my way because I'm not even going to entertain it. And he was like, it's not really scary.
My type of like scary, I guess suspenseful. My type of scary movie. Like I think to this day, Strangers is probably this film. And it's more because you don't really, it's not about, ripping people's bodies apart. It's more about.
Yeah. That's the thing, too, is scary movies are so dependent on just like It's not really more. It's you turn around and there's a face right here.
Yeah, like in Hostel, you walk away from that movie, you're not afraid of attacking you, but when the movies are like creepy and the people come out of nowhere, you're afraid of your dark
And your
corners. Yes.
Ugh. Let me tell you, I watched Grudge and that attic, and I'm like, what is that right there? And she turned, and I was like, mm-mm. And I had to go. I was like maybe 16 when that movie came out. And then I had to go home. She was like, I'll be home soon. Wait a minute. You're not home? She was like, no. I opened the door, and it's the blackest end through that house, turning on every single light I could. And then I just sat in the middle of the room.
Well, that's fair.
That's what leaves you with that like feeling of terror.
Yeah, I hate that feeling.
It wasn't bad. It like I like that it had more of a storyline.
Yeah.
But
Not top 10, but I definitely feel like it held its own. I wouldn't discourage somebody from watching it. Like
I encourage
You're
people
closer.
to watch Cats musical.
what about Tusk?
Ugh.
Cavity.
You did it wrong. Do it right if you're going to do it at all. And now I need you to edit so there's little effects and stuff. Michael, final thoughts.
No, I think it's good. Yeah, it was definitely an indie-ish feeling film, in that it had a lower budget.
Yeah,
But
all the budget went to Patrick Stewart.
I would say the guy that got his stomach cut, I don't know what from, and then the other guy.
What I assume that you would know him from the episodes.
That feels probably right. And then
He's also the voice of Grizz and We Bare Bears. I know you don't really watch that one, but
Jameson to start watching it. So, but anyway, and then the other guy that became the new front of house guy, the guy that got his red laces while the whole thing was going down.
Mhm.
He looked familiar as well. I couldn't tell you what from, but it's definitely a film worth watching if you like scary film.
I definitely the entire time was like, I can't tell you what's going to come next, which isn't a bad feeling.
Man, you know it's a good scary movie? The Conjuring. Stephanie, you ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love scary movies.
Fucking watch scary movies. I wouldn't mind seeing a duo episodes posted of you two. You can just talk about them, and I'll just sit here in the corner. But like,
Nope, wouldn't do that. Nope, wouldn't.
here,
But yeah, what about you? Final thoughts? Did you have anything to say about it?
I thought if I could suggest people to watch it, I would. I feel like
It's on
I feel
Netflix,
like-
so it's. I mean, at this point, everybody's got Netflix.
it's on Netflix, and I got time.
Right.
Like I've watched everything. What's something I can just kill time with?
You watched Tiger King yet?
You did other things.
Not in the background, but like you wanted to watch something, but you just didn't have any idea of what you wanted.
Fair.
You know what? If you don't have anything in the queue, you better watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Next Mutation.
Ugh. I told you I was explaining that show to Jennifer, and I was like, the creators of Ninja Turtles get mad. That's how you know you got your winner. Yeah, no, that's it. I think we're good.
We should watch. Let us know if there's something we're missing.
Yeah,
We should make Cleve watch a scary movie and film him watching this.
Like those Paranormal Activity where they showed the preview of the trailer was people.
yeah.
Oh,
still
I'd
think
make
we
Cleve
should-
watch The Conjuring first.
I still think we should be going to. Like, I'm on board. Let's go to an insane asylum that's been abandoned in the Northeast, and explore.
I showed you
It was fake,
and explained why we won't be doing that.
but it's fake.
Bro, do you think that's sad? Thought it was fake,
Let me tell you,
or did he feel like defeated?
I won't set you up, man. So I'm not gonna set anybody up out there. You beat the crap out of it.
Oh man, I can't explain to you the amount of fight or flight that. You know what? I can outrun you two. I know that. I might not be in the shape I used to be, but I know I can outrun you two. And I tell you what, you've ever seen
I know you just told me you were gonna put a finger in a dog's butthole. I mean, you do what you have to do.
survival, man. There's no choice. I make you reassess your situation, doesn't it?
When in the beginning of the episodes when I post them, it's like, is this made for children? No, we talk about fingers and dogs' asses. We're good.
I mean, not a bunch.
Basically, like one of our staples.
Or like, we were walking the dogs today, Jennifer's side of the head. Like I imagine the worst case scenario, which is just this dog just galloping at me, and I'm back. I adjust my hips, and I right in the side of the head. And you guys like this crazy dog.
That's right, Diego.
Coyote, I assume.
Shit. Please come in for you.
Anyway, that's it. Check out our social media. We have a Facebook, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter. They are all friendship eyes and the word friendship, because all eyes should be on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com and just search Friendship Supreme. We have it where if you have extra money to donate, you should probably give it to anybody else who needs it besides us at this time. Michael still wants it. It's that are hungry.
Yeah, well, hold on. Here's why.
Or something.
Here's why.
Because we could be unemployed.
Because
Not until September 30th.
That's right.
You want to watch that video? We'll talk about that later.
Secondly, immediately, because that's the only way to make this make sense. If we stop being in quarantine next week,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Not going to happen.
We are currently trying to find small businesses that are being impacted by COVID-19 and help support them as much as possible. So we are trying to buy stuff from them and hopefully in the future give them away as prizes of business for any small businesses out there. So if you have suggestions, actually, please let us know, because we have a couple bought in some stuff, but if we can find more, yes. So feel free to put in our Patreon. We try to put it to good use if it is to help our community, because we are small and we try to help out others.
We know what it's like. I was back then to be that little guy.
No, I mean, Cleve and I are both big comic book fans, and comic book stores, they rely solely on people coming into their buildings, and the fact that New York is the main manufacturer for comic books, so comics have just stopped coming in. It's how many small businesses that you have around your area? Let us know, and maybe we can help out.
Anyway, I've been Cleve.
I'm Michael.
Miss Stephanie.